I kind of tried to end it on a laugh, you know?
Well, yeah, I know, but that was just fucking ridiculous, man. Come on, man.
Oh, shit.
Hey guys,
Hey, welcome back.
Jake Vamp.
Big Ben here.
Today we've got another different video for you guys. Again, I was walking through the store, saw this on the shelf, and said, what in the hell do they want $80 for? So I gave them my $80. And it's this little arcade. Hopefully it's worth $80. It says there's 34 arcade hits on here.
That looks pretty cool. The Data East had some pretty bad dudes. That's fun.
Yeah, I mean there's a whole list right
Holy
there.
moly, what do we got? We got Bad Dudes, Caveman Ninja, don't remember that. Burger Time, B-Wings, Karate Champ, Super Real Darwin, Breakthrough, Heavy Barrel, Street Hoop, Side Pocket, I remember that one. Joe and Mac Returns, I remember that. Lock and Chase, Wizard Fire, Western Express, Tumble Pop, Shootout, I think I remember that one. Super Burger Time, Midnight Resistance, of course Burger Time is an old classic. Doubles Tennis, Bloody Wolf, Scrum Try, Two Crude Dudes. This is perfect for us.
Yeah, right?
Nitro Ball,
Should say two rude and crude dudes.
right? Dark Seal.
Welcome to the Two Rude and Crude Dude Show.
I like it. Treasure Island, Darwin 4078, Zavaga, Peter Pepper's Ice Cream Factory, Pro Bowling, Pro Tennis, Tomahawk 777, Pro Soccer, and Magical Drop 3. Very interesting.
I guess. Let's hope it's worth $80, and we're gonna tell you guys if it is or not.
Karate Champ was one of my favorites. Here's this one. That's that one right there.
Oh yeah,
Back
yeah,
in the day.
yeah, for sure.
A lot of these.
Karate Kid was one of my favorite ones, where you had to like catch the fly with the.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And shit, that was good. And then you had to dodge the little swinging blade thing. Yeah, that was pretty cool. All right, guys. I'm very skeptical of this.
I'm guessing we're probably gonna need batteries.
I didn't even think of that. I have batteries.
We'll find out.
I'm pretty sure we are. Either that or it'll plug in.
Yeah.
If we need batteries, through the magic of editing,
we will
we'll
have
have
batteries.
batteries. So I don't want to tear it just because, in case I decide to resell it. If it's not cool enough for me, I will resell it somewhere. Packaging is not worth $80. So let's hope the game system is. Ooh, good thing that wasn't open. Go for it.
Alright.
I'm gonna take this out. Oops.
Oh, okay.
Is that the bottom or the top? That's the top.
Got it?
Yep.
Interesting. There's some stuff on the bottom. Oh, there's a plug-in.
Woohoo! Plug in. Okay. So it's pretty dinky.
Here's the plug-in.
we'll show you guys.
Take a look here. Pretty neat.
Pretty dinky. Pretty small.
He's got things on the side.
And for you, I'm still very skeptical. It looks like you can unscrew this though. The little joystick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
So you can actually.
That's actually just a D-pad with a joystick attachment
Yeah.
hooked in, but still pretty neat.
That's not worth $80 yet though. Still haven't seen it. Can you plug this in over there, Ben?
Yeah.
It's the green plug over there. You can just unplug the computer.
Yeah, I'm going over here to plug some stuff in. Oh man, told you not to pile these corpses up.
I had to have somewhere to put it. Come on, you won't hide any bodies for me, man. Come on. What do you expect me to do?
Dude, look how heavy they are. Look at this lady right here.
Well, she was a fat one.
Well, that's the point. How am I supposed to move that fat lady?
I figured you were strong enough.
Oh, I gotta wipe the blood off now. Man, when are you gonna start using plastic bags?
Never.
Okay, I'm back. We got a power button, I believe, in the back.
Oh.
There's a volume up and down. Might have to charge it up a little first.
Does it say it was a charge?
Let's find out. Wait, number 1 is the power button.
Oh! That was not very noticeable at all.
Look, it come on.
Yeah, okay.
It says
Come
My
on.
Arcade.
I mean, it's pretty clear. I'll get another camera angle where we're actually like showing you like what's going on over here, and I'll probably put what's going on right now like in the corner so you can actually see what's going on the thing down here. It's a pretty clear picture.
The coin button, what's that?
That's the coin button down there.
Nope, that's the power button.
Oh, the coin button down here, up here.
Coin button is number 7. Yeah, upper left.
Yeah. What do we? Is that how we choose?
No, we just choose one and click a button, I guess.
What's the coin button do though?
It adds a. There we go. It adds a. Credit.
So you can play 2 players?
Yep. No volume.
It says volume's all the way up.
And it should be going.
Yeah, it should be.
Let's see. Okay, we got sound here. I don't know if anybody remembers Bad Dudes, but it was a cool game back in the day. Oh, these are straight arcade ports too.
Oh.
These aren't the remake games. These are arcade ports.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It seems...
You can tell by the graphic quality.
Well, I mean, it should still be a port, though. The sound is pretty bad.
Yeah, that's.
Well, one, the speakers...
You just stabbed like 30 people.
The speaker is coming from the sound is coming from the back.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I was trying to jump.
It's pretty neat.
It's cool. I mean, but is this worth $80?
No.
You know?
But not to me, because I played all these darn games before, you know? And
I don't see where $80 would come into play on here.
I mean, I suppose for the portableness of it, but even still, for $80, you could get a PS Vita. I got laid the hell out.
I just got knocked out. Fuck out. Alright, guys.
You didn't kick me in the face, man. That was the face.
Yeah, you're not good at karate.
I guess not. Look at me with his head all hanging down.
Alright, so our honest review of this here, the sound is pretty terrible. The speaker should be in the front somewhere, like pointing at you, instead of in the back pointing away from you. Yeah, I mean, like, it sounds great here.
Mm-hmm.
The sound is kind of off, though, still.
Yeah,
it's not
reminds me of how it was back in the day.
It sounds,
It's got this
something's
cool
off.
thing here. Same on the other side, looks like. Carbon
The
fiber.
artwork is really cool. The design is really cool. The actual picture is really decent.
Yeah. Well, and I think once this is charged up completely too, you could probably take this, on the road with your kids or whatever.
Well, I didn't see anything about that in here. I don't know if you could take it with you or if it's portable or what, because I didn't really see anything
Ooh, I kicked that guy in the nards.
saying that it was portable. Because usually it will say charge the battery for this long or whatnot.
Right.
But
Ooh, I'm winning.
I don't know. I would say definitely not
Woo.
$80.
I punched that fool in the face.
Maybe if you could find this half off for $40, I would say probably that's a better price. What would you?
Maybe I would say, look, I'm not so much into the retro games simply because I put that guy on the ground more times than he did me, but my game's over. Anyway.
You were the guy in white, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. I was kicking that guy's butt. I really was.
No, like I said, you were the guy in white.
$80? Hell no. $100 almost.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I mean, 40 is
Look,
pushing it, I guess.
I can understand. There are a lot of games here, right? But these games are ancient. And we're not talking kind of slightly older games here. We're talking 1981 ancient.
Yeah, pretty damn old.
So, and most of these I've never even heard of.
You'll probably see this in the background because I do think it's pretty cool. I spent the money on it. So
Now I could see, if you're going on a long road trip and you got the kids in the back or something, and you want something like this.
Instead of a handheld?
Yeah.
Like Nintendo Switch or whatever?
But this is definitely direct arcade ports too. Oh, this looks a bit older, but you can still see that the arcade had a different kind of look and feel to it back in the day. You know, whereas you could get a Nintendo, but it wouldn't have nowhere near the kind of quality and color resolution that you have here. Just to keep adding coins and stuff. Like, I'd say $40. Yeah, you're right. I'd say $40 would probably be worth it. The rest of it, no. 80, no. Twice that much, no. Look, you're not paying for the games when you buy this thing. You're paying for the look, the detail, the classic arcade box looking thing, which is unfortunate because.
Well, they think you're paying for the games too.
Yeah. Which I mean, some people might be.
Yeah, but even so, I'm not. I
think this is more valuable as a collectible than actual gaming system.
If we wasn't doing this video, I probably would not have bought it.
Right. Definitely. So, yeah. In my opinion, it'd be worth about 30, maybe even 20.
I think 40 is a good rough.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah.
40 would be a decent price for anybody that's just walking off the street.
Data East do the see, Data East, I thought did RoboCop, which was one of my favorites back in the day.
They may have,
but they don't have it. Well, they may not have had the licenses or whatever for it, but
yeah, that's true. They did have to get the licenses for all these games and everything, which is probably why there's a lot of like basketball and bowling and tennis and
stuff. Yeah,
sports games that nobody ever
Western
really played.
Express stuff that most people have never heard of.
Yeah, like Bad Dudes.
Bloody
Wolf.
I loved Bad Dudes. Breakthrough was a good one.
Yeah.
Heavy Barrel. I think
Dark Seal. The Karate Champ.
I mean, but
some of them, the Caveman Ninja.
Side Pocket was pretty fun too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Burger Time, but that like we're talking, back in the Donkey Kong days. Like really old games. And some people are really into the retro thing.
Yeah.
Some people are like, oh, wow, what's retro? Wait, we gotta get that. Yeah. I'm like, look, I'm retro. I lived through this stuff. I was playing this stuff when it was brand new.
I love retro stuff too. I really do. But the reason why I love it is because I did grow up with it. And it reminds me of my childhood.
No, let's forget all about that. Let's pretend it never happened.
Well, I'm trying to remember it because I'm getting older, and I don't want to get older.
Yes. But if it comes to facing my past or facing my own mortality, bring it on.
I hear you. I'm okay with dying. It's just getting older. It's the part I don't want to do.
Right. Well, I can fix that for you right now.
Then what would you do?
Right? I wouldn't have no co-host for the show.
Yeah.
And it's a Jake Vamp show anyway, so I'd just be here co-hosting alone. Like,
you'd have to change the name of the show to The Big Ben Show.
Yes.
The Big Ben Show.
You're right.
Like you ever say I'm right.
You got me there,
My wife told him to say I'm right.
You got me there.
All right, guys. So we really hope you enjoyed this. Let us know if you think this was worth $80.
Yeah, what do you think of this? Let us know, because I'm really on the fence on something like this. But then, like I say, I'm not big on the retro thing either. Some people are. Some people would probably just go gaga for this thing. My son, he's into the retro stuff. But see, I can understand that.
But he wasn't alive.
He didn't get to live through this stuff. To him, this is a first time experience.
Yeah.
To me, it's like, oh yeah, that old thing.
Yeah.
So I can understand some people getting into the retro. Like, there's some retro stuff from before, but they didn't have like video games before I was born. So. I watched some old movies and stuff, you know what I mean? But
yeah, I think it's just a lot of it is like musicians, right? So musicians will listen to older bands who influence them.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of where it is where the young people are going back to what influenced their games today. You
Yeah.
know? I think that has a lot to do with it.
Right.
And then for people like me, it's, you know, it reminds me of my childhood. It reminds me of, you know, hanging out in my house and you know, in my recliner on my TV.
This actually reminds me of
with my buddies and
this actually reminds me of going to the old
arcade.
Yeah.
Back when
dropping
they were
money in. But
back
those,
when they were
I
big.
think it's what was it? One of these games here is a side scroller. Might be this one here.
Yeah, I think so.
Had a thing where if you took a penny and put it in the coin return slot and then pushed it up real hard, real fast, right? It would drop down through and give you a credit. But practically break your finger to do it.
Right.
But man, I played the heck out of it. And then if somebody was starting to like check for quarters, I just like nonchalantly walk out like.
Right. I remember we had this one arcade. I can't even remember the damn name of it. I think it was George's arcade,
Mm-hmm.
and they had foosball tables, pool tables. They had like they had their own rooms for these tables. So
Right.
they had a pool table room, they had a foosball room, and they had an arcade
Right.
where all these arcade machines were. And my mom would drop me off with $10-$20, and I would be there like all night long playing these games. It's where I fell in love with Mortal Kombat, the original.
Oh yeah.
It's where I fell in love with the bad dudes. That's one reason why I bought this too, because it said bad dudes on it.
Right.
And you know, I love the. Bad
That was a
dudes.
great. Yeah, that was one of the best
games
Data
on
East games. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is right there. And you know, I would just spend hours there, and I was so sad when they shut down because I guess they just wasn't making the money.
We had a place in the town I used to grow up. I grew up in called The Opponent, and it was the same kind of thing, except if you were over 18, you could buy beer too at that place.
Right.
But it was all like you know, foosball tables and air hockey tables and pool tables and arcade and.
You remember Zeke, right? The guy that did the intro music.
Yeah.
His girlfriend Caitlin is actually opening up an arcade down the street here.
No kidding.
Yep.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. It's not ready yet, but she's got a few arcade games in there. Cruising
Nice.
USA, I think. So,
yeah, right on.
it's gonna be badass, man. It's
Nice.
gonna be badass. And
It's-
I want to say her working title.
I'm gonna have to say though
Or working
that's a very risky investment.
Yeah, but
You can get games just as good as the arcade. You said okay.
it's more of a
appeal
hangout.
the appeal of the arcade back in the day was that you could get these games at home, or you couldn't get these games at home.
Right.
You had to go to the arcade if you wanted to check out the cool
nowadays,
games.
if you fucking want 34 games on a little arcade, you gotta pay $80 for it.
No kidding.
You know.
But then it's unlimited credits.
Yeah. Well, see what she said. What I've talked to her about is she said that they were gonna have like a VIP room where they have all kinds
Well,
of
if
games.
she diversifies a little bit, throw some pool tables in there or something else that somebody could, you know,
and she has
something
some
that you
foosball
can't
tables
get
and
at
stuff.
home.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But it's gonna be really cool. It's coming together really well. It's gonna be really cool. I think. I tossed out a name for her because she said she wanted something that, like to deal with like Zelda or whatever, and I said, what did I say? I said something and she said no, and then I said, A Link Between Worlds. It should be the name of it. A Link Between Worlds. That way it's a link between like nerdy arcade games
Right.
and now and then, you know, from now and back then with old school arcades. I hope she picks that. I don't want credit for it or anything. I just hope she picks it.
Did you ever see the way back in the day? There was an arcade game, Dragon's Lair.
Sounds familiar. I want to say yes.
Yeah, it was a cartoon game that you had to something would flash, and if you pressed that direction real quick,
Right.
or two things would flash, and you have to choose which one is the right one, and if you get the wrong one, you die.
Right.
And it was the animation was done by a guy named Don Bluth, and Don Bluth, he did The Secret of Nim. He did.
Oh, okay.
the Dragon's Lair and Space Ace, which is another one quite like it.
Right.
And a lot of other movies and stuff back in the day. But that was like, I would sit there at the arcade and just watch the preview for that after I was out of quarters, like, because I wasn't no good at playing it, man. I would like 5 minutes maybe max, and I'm already dead, and all my guys are dead.
Right.
But yeah, it was. Oh man, I had a lot of fun back in the old arcades, you know. Like I say, a lot of arcades went out of business because the whole appeal of the arcade was that you couldn't get at home what you could get at the arcade, right? And then that's
And
still true for peripheral type games, like the one you're talking about. Outrun has a thing that you sit in and a steering wheel, right? You can't really get that so much at home. Or you know, there's a lot of like gun games and shooting games and stuff like that you can't get at home.
Well, I think the biggest thing about an arcade is the social meetings.
Right.
You know, you would meet your friends there, and you would go out and you would be social with your friends. Even though I have a social anxiety, I was when I'm around my friends, it's a lot less. I don't notice it as much. I don't notice other people as much.
Right.
I just, you know, we
I hear you. I hear you. Right.
You know, and I think that's just something missing from today's world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now they have the online gaming, and you're not as social, you know, with your friends. And yeah, you get to like play against your friends, and you get to like.
Well, that's one thing I miss about the arcade
when
too.
You're in an
if
arcade,
somebody talked crap on the game, you could just reach over and punch them in the head.
Done that once or twice. But and that's what was fun about it too, though, is you would be like, and that you would take a date to an arcade because your date liked playing the games and stuff too, you know. And they had snacks you could have, you know, you could go take a date with $20, fucking play pool, you know, put a couple bucks in the jukebox, have some dinner, some snacks, whatever. Yeah. Play some arcade games. Yeah. Some arcade places had a skating rink, you know, or the skating rink has
$20 in the '80s, $100 today.
Yeah, I mean, it was so much fun, and you could just get out there and do it, and I think that needs to come back.
But you see, I was a nerd, and although there are a lot of nerds today, and they are all very well accepted, back in my day, they were not at all accepted. Not at all. The only people who were interested in kicking it with the nerds were the other nerds. But then if you were a nerd plus an outcast for some other weird reason, there was nobody. Nobody. And that was me. I was a nerd and an outcast for some reason. I think it was because I was so cool that nobody could stand it. But
probably.
But for me, it was there was a lot of not a lot of friend time, if you know what I'm saying. But at least for hanging out and doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was still cool and fun to go to the arcade and just get lost in all the digital stuff, and it was pretty neat, you know.
Yeah, it was fun.
And it was really one of the only places that you could go and people wouldn't single you out for being a nerd. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there wasn't many of those places, let me tell you. See, now it's so everybody's like, oh, I'm a nerd, and then you see these like you know, like a supermodel looking chick laying on the bed holding a paddle and wearing a pair of glasses, like, I'm a nerd.
Yeah. Well, I think
don't even know.
I think back in the day, a lot of people were closet nerds.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
because like the nerds hung out at the arcade. Because if you were at the arcade, you're a fucking nerd. You're sitting there playing video games. You know, just because you wasn't into comic books doesn't mean you're not a nerd. Right. You know. So I think a lot of them were closet nerds, and they used to pick on other nerds and stuff like that. I was never really picked on when I was in school. I got into a lot of fights, but I usually won those, and then people didn't really mess with me.
Oh, I was tormented all my school years.
But I wasn't really picked on or anything like that. And I was a total nerd, you know? But again, I hung out with nerds. I knew the popular kids and stuff like that, but they said hi. They never said anything other than that, you know?
Pretty special.
Yeah, I mean, but I never, like, hung out with them or anything. They knew who I was, but I never hung out with them.
Right.
The nerds back in my day we all knew each other, you know. We hung out, we did fun stuff together, you know. But I think there was a lot of closet nerdery there.
Right.
You know, just because.
And you're talking like
nowadays,
early '90s too.
Yeah, late '80s, early '90s. And I say this because there's so many nerds today. You know, the Marvel Cinematic Universe didn't get where it is in the 10 years that it's been out because from non-nerdy people.
You're right. No kidding.
You know, from the jocks back in the day. You know.
Exactly.
No, it became popular because of all of us nerds that grew up with that stuff and that are closet nerds. You know?
Right.
And all the Funkos and I mean everything that's just blowing up right now, the retro, whatever. It's all blowing up because of closet nerds and
and that's the main thing I think is that a lot of us older nerds, we had to pay our dues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We didn't just get to come by it and be accepted like all these other people are nowadays. Which, hey, if you're into this stuff, awesome. And if you're a youngster and you're being accepted despite your strangeness and oddities, that is amazing. That is awesome. I couldn't be happier for you.
Yep.
You know what? And I always wish the world was like that, and now it is. And now I look at it and say, damn!
I wish I would have been born a little bit later.
Right?
But, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video.
Yeah.
You know, if you did, let us know. If you didn't, let us know. Either way, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll do more like this. There's a $200 one that's like a tabletop one that I might get.
Wow.
If
there's enough people that comment on this.
Yeah, I mean, come on, like, let us know. You know, I want to know if you like it.
Comment with the hashtag big ones are better. What?
Maybe not. Maybe not hashtag that because you know. I mean, you can, but just don't click on the hashtag whenever you go.
No kidding.
Because it'll probably take you somewhere way different than what we do. Way different. And it's going to end in the word hub.
Right. We love you guys. You take care. We'll see you in the next video.
Peace.
Never do a day! fucking leave! Bounce! Said you judge every ounce of pain.
Alright guys, if you like that video, why don't you check out this one, or click here to subscribe. Peace.